Opening scene calm, slightly uncomfortable tone. What if the problem isn't your salary, but the life your salary is trying to support? Not in an obvious way, not in a reckless, overspending way, but in a quiet, socially acceptable way that almost everyone around you is also following. Scene E, relatable scenario. Let's take a fairly normal situation. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You live in the US, the UK, or somewhere in Western Europe. You earn around $70,000 a year. On paper, that sounds fine. Maybe even comfortable, but after taxes, healthcare, and deductions, you're left with roughly 4,200美元 per month. Now the structure of your life begins: rent or mortgage, 1美元800 car payment and insurance, 美元600 student loans, 美元400 groceries and essentials, 美元500 subscriptions, phone, utilities, 美元300 you haven't done anything irresponsible yet. That's 3,600美元 gone now at. Eating out occasionally, weekend plans, a short trip every few months, clothes that match your environment, another $800 to $1,000 disappears, and suddenly, you're either saving almost nothing, or you're slowly relying on credit to fill the gap. Scene 2, the hidden assumption. At this point, most people reach a simple conclusion: I need a raise. And it feels logical, because from the outside, the problem looks like income. But here's the uncomfortable part: even if your salary increases to $85,000, your life often expands with it, not dramatically. Just enough: a slightly better apartment, a newer car, more convenience, more comfort. Your fixed costs quietly rise, and within a year, you're back in the same position, just at a higher income level. Scene 3, simple math reality. Let's look at this without emotion. You get a $15,000 raise, after tax. That's maybe $9,000 extra per year, or about $750 per month. Now ask, where does that $750 actually go? Higher rent. 加美元300 better car. 加美元200 lifestyle upgrades. 加美元250 it's gone, not wasted. Just absorbed. The system adjusts around your new income, so your financial position doesn't fundamentally improve. Your stress might even increase, because now you have more to maintain. Scene 4, the psychological trap. This isn't about poor discipline. It's about identity. Most people don't upgrade their lifestyle because they want to show off. They do it because they want to feel aligned with their environment. If your colleagues live a certain way, if your social circle expects a certain standard, if your city has a certain baseline cost, you slowly adjust to match it, not consciously, but consistently, and over time, your normal becomes expensive. Scene 5, the system flaw. There's also a structural issue most people don't question. Modern middle-class life is built on fixed monthly obligations: rent, car payments, loans, subscriptions. These are not flexible. So even if your income changes, your financial pressure doesn't disappear. It just reshapes. You're not building freedom. You're maintaining a system. Scene 6, long-term impact. Now extend this pattern over 10 years. Every raise is followed by a slightly upgraded lifestyle. Your income grows, but so do your obligations. So instead of building assets, you build dependencies. A more expensive life that requires a higher income to sustain, which means you can't take risks, you can't slow down, you can't step away, not because you're irresponsible, but because your life became structurally expensive. Scene 7, shift in perspective. Financially intelligent people don't think very differently at the surface. They still earn, they still spend, they still live in the same cities, but they treat income increases differently. They don't immediately upgrade their life. They pause, they ask a quieter question: does this improve my position, or just my lifestyle? And sometimes, the answer is uncomfortable, because many upgrades feel like progress, but don't actually move you forward. Scene 8, reality check moment. A raise is not a solution by itself, it's an opportunity. And if the structure of your life doesn't change, the outcome won't either. This isn't about cutting everything, it's about seeing clearly, understanding that financial pressure isn't always caused by low income. Sometimes, it's caused by an expensive definition of normal. Conclusion: calm, grounded ending. Most people don't need a raise as urgently as they think. They need a clearer view of how their life is structured and what it actually costs to maintain it. Because once you see that clearly, your decisions start to change naturally. Not out of fear, not out of restriction, but out of awareness.